You mentioned time and how you work on these different features. And also in the digital industry, we've all heard the manifesto move fast and break things. And that highlights the importance of speed at which products are developed and shipped. And I'm really curious, how do you manage time to create a product that has really solid foundation, but also really carefully crafted finish and detail to it?
Craft and quality don't necessarily take more time if you set the foundations right and you agree on some really fundamental principles. It's more about stripping things back, doing less, doing what you do really, really well, and that actually makes it very fast to launch new features, to evolve features, and to improve the experience. What adds time usually is just adding things quickly, then learning that they are not working, taking them off again. I think we've been very fast with our launch and have evolved the app significantly over the last couple of months, partly because we have such a clear understanding of inclusion. So we do not worry about adding a lot more information because we know it wouldn't be useful for people just to have more information. It's important that the information they have is very accurate and it's glanceable in the app and is clear and understandable. So, we set out to really design an app that's very, very high quality and can very quickly sort of incorporate new features in a very simple way, if that makes sense. So it's quality, not quantity, in a way.
Mm-hmm. And how do you achieve that? Do you have, some principles that you follow? How do you make sure that everyone is aligned as well in the team?
So we work with principles, and we've always done that really, really early on, partly also because I think guidelines themselves alone are not enough. A lot of the accessibility features, for example, really need to be, so the guidelines for accessibility need to be interpreted still, and they need to work in very specific scenarios. So the way that we work really is we have these core principles. For example, for the global design language, it is that everything has to be glanceable. You need to be able to look at any screen in the app and understand instantly what you're looking at. It's just one of those very clear principles. Another principle is that for any voiceover, we try to add some narration. So, for instance, in the journey planning context, we add some words to make it easier for customers to understand what they have to do. So we add, for example, the word to walk to the station, rather than just say walk and then the station name. So it makes it easier. It's these little touches, but that's just a principle. So anyone working on it knows that it would be good to potentially think about how this would normally be talked about, how the instruction normally would be given if someone would say it. And then the next level is just about working very closely together across the team and testing the features and making sure it's all in place. And that's conversation really more often. And there are tricky bits. There are things that need to be figured out, but it's not rocket science. It's just about working together and doing it and crafting it together.